Okay, so we got our quiz done, got the presentations done, recording now. It'll be a pretty short Zoom recording. So we've got week 6 that we're finishing up. And what do we have? We have test out module 10 that's due. I think a lot of you have already turned that in. It's due tomorrow. Let me check out next week and just see if I got next week lined out correctly and dates and stuff. That's finishing test out module 11. Is that due on the 9th? That is due on the 9th. So module 11 must be pretty short. I hope it is. Printers. Yeah, printers is fairly short. There's probably only like 2 sections on printers. It's really important. So we're going to do printing is very, very important stuff. That's one of your big troubleshooting things being an IT staff. If anybody's worked IT at all, you know you've been fiddling with printers and trying to get them to work. So even though it's a short section, it is a major help desk thing. So we'll be doing printing and document services next week in lab. Okay, so most everybody did pretty good on the quiz today. Let's go ahead and go through that quiz step by step.
Is there a reason why my response to the quizzes? Was I supposed to say something for the quizzes? Because it says missing.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You'll have a grade in the comment. As long as you got a grade there, you don't have to submit. Okay, let me see. So the quiz. Create a share named Phoenix. So file and storage services, shares, and I would go to new task. This isn't the right server. I keep thinking it's Thursday, not Friday. You'll have to come to school tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Okay, so server manager going, and we're creating a share named Phoenix. So that would be task, new share. Quick share wizard. On server 3, on your second volume. Name, Phoenix. So we created a share named Quidditch and another share named Phoenix. Wonder what we're thinking about. So we're supposed to encrypt data access, and caching should not be allowed, so we're unchecking that. And that was the second point. So 5 points for just naming it Phoenix, 5 points for getting the checkboxes right here. Permissions, users should be able to read, write, and delete files. On the permissions tab, I'm going to customize. I'm going to disable inheritance. I'm going to convert the inheritance to explicit permissions so I can modify what's here. I'm going to get rid of this special, and I'm going to edit the users group that is right here so they can not only write files, but they can also delete files. And you need modify rights to be able to delete files. So simply clicking the one checkbox on modify gives them read, write, and delete capabilities. Remember, I mentioned the movie The Stand and the mentally retarded person, mentally challenged person, I guess. We shouldn't say retarded now, or politically correctness. It's gonna be on YouTube. But the actor is actually a very brilliant actor. You have to be really kind of super brilliant to be able to play at that level. But everything, when he spelled anything, he's like, looked at something, oh, that's a car. M-O-O-N spells car. You know, it's not exactly that. I'll try to say modify. That spells delete. D-E-L-E-T-E spells modify. So you just have to watch that movie to. Some of y'all got that already.
What movie?
The Stand.
The Stand?
Stephen King, The Stand. Yeah.
I watched the same movie. That was it.
So users must have modify. And then standard share permissions. So if you want viable share permissions, everyone should be set at full control. And you need to add in administrators. Of server 3. Having full control. So that's the share permissions you always want to see. You want to see both of them there. Everyone should be changed. That implements mandatory access control. And administrators having full control. Well, they're the people that are mandating what permissions are set. So that is your best share permissions. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. On the next and create that share. Now that gets us down to, we created it on the right drive. Now we need to set a hard quota limit of 85 megabytes on Phoenix. So that is launching your file server resource manager. Changing the file server resource manager to another server, being server 3, because that's the one the share is on. So remotely managing server 3, the file server resource manager. We are needing an 85 meg quota. I'm going to check out my quota templates. I'm going to create a new quota template. I'm going to name it 85 megabyte limit. I'm going to find something here that's, the 10 gig limit's already. There we go. Copy some existing quota that's got a limit set. And hard quota, 85 meg limit, space limit here, 75. And I change it to megabytes. And it's a hard quota, and I copied. So I've got all of my warnings. They'll be emailed, or event logs will be inputted when those are hit. And I'll click OK. I got my quota set. Now I'll go apply it. I kind of like to do it from server manager. I like to refresh my server manager after I create the template. And I like the dialog box in here for applying the quota once that is done. Once you got the template made, you simply wait for the service manager to refresh to see the little bar finally got done on the, all the little progress bars are done flying across the screen. So now if I set quota, click the link, I should be able to scroll and find my 85 meg limit, highlight it, Put the little checkbox, automatically apply the quotas, and then hit OK. And it'll appear over here, but I did have to refresh the page. So it found that new quota that I created, that new template I created on server 3. The last step, we only want to allow media files. I need to create a file screen. I need to create a new template. I'm going to create a new file screen template. And I'll name it allow only media files. And I will block everything else. So I'm going to let audio and video files, only thing being allowed. Gave the template a name. And I'll hit OK. At this point, I'll go up one here to file screens. Because they don't have an easy file screens over here in this section. They don't have a spot that just says file screens on Phoenix. So to apply the file screen, I'll use file resource manager. Click file screens. I'll click create a file screen. I'll browse for the path. Find Phoenix. Under E drive, shares, and then Phoenix, and hit OK. And then I'll hit the drop down. And I'll click the template that I created. Allow only media files. And then I'll click create. And that'll apply the file screen to only allow multimedia files. I can double click on it and I can see all of the groups are blocked. Audio and video files are allowed because it's not checked. So that was all of the steps for that quiz. So y'all have any questions? Oh, I didn't need to close server manager. Need server manager up. Okay, and then we will do printer sharing, printer troubleshooting, all that kind of stuff next week.